Hi, this is Joel Marshall, and this is LearnMyComputer.com, Episode 2, Windows version. Today we're going to talk about clicking and dragging. I have three files here. One is a music file. You can tell that by the little iTunes music symbol there. The other is a Word document named Letter to Joel, and the others are a picture of a koala bear. Today we're going to learn about simply clicking and dragging. Last time, just as a review, we talked about clicking and selecting files on the screen. Again, we just hover our cursor over the icon, click once on it, and we've selected it. When we select one, we deselect the other. And when we click in the area of the screen where there's nothing, we deselect everything. Today, we're going to learn to move objects around. It seems very simple, of course, but it is extremely important, and actually practicing this will make your experience on the computer so much better, and just understanding a little bit about it will make it so much better. I will practice this still when I get on a laptop or a computer that I'm not familiar with. I will practice moving things around because, for instance, if you have a trackpad on a laptop, you'll know that moving things around is a little bit different than if you have a mouse. And some people have trackballs, and some people even use little pens to manipulate things on the screen. It's just a good idea to practice. So that's what we're doing today. We're practicing clicking and dragging objects on the screen. So let's just talk about the fundamentals of that. So if I want to move this MP3 file, which is just a music file. MP3 is just a type of music file. You can tell it, as I said, by that icon with the little iTunes symbol in the corner, but also this is an album cover that represents this particular song's album. But right now I'm just going to move this, and the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to click once on it just by pressing down the button. Now on a trackpad that might be putting some pressure on the trackpad, or there will be buttons right underneath the trackpad, and we're clicking on the left button if there's a left button. On my mouse, it's the left button on my mouse. And again, when I say click, I mean left click if you have two buttons on your mouse. When I say right click, I mean right click, of course. So now I'm clicking and I'm holding down that button, and now I'm moving my mouse to the right. And you'll see now it looks like there are two files. Well, there's the original file where it was, and now there's this kind of semi-transparent version of it that is underneath my cursor, which is where it's going to go. And as soon as I let go of the button, it moves there, or pretty close to where I put it. Again, I click once and I drag it, and I just dragged it back to where it is, and I let go and it stays there. So until I let go of that button, it's just kind of floating around as an idea of where we're going to drag it. I like to use the metaphor of the checker piece when I think about this, because really when you move a checker piece, generally, when you slide it from one square to the next one, you push down on the top of it with your finger, and then you push it into the diagonal square, and then you let it go. And so that's pretty much how we move things around on the computer screen, is we click once, we hold down, and we slide it over. And this becomes very important to how we manipulate things on the computer, and it can really help to just have a mastery of just that, clicking and dragging. So that's pretty much all we're going to talk about today. Again, my email address is joel@learnmycomputer.com. We're going to be doing these short tutorials every week, moving from the most basic computer things into the more complicated, but bringing everybody along as we go along. So if you could help me in doing that by emailing me any suggestions or comments you have at joel@learnmycomputer.com, and I'll see you next week.